What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the books that are selling during textbook season and just kind of show you the day-to-day behind the scenes, what you can expect August, September if you start to do this seriously. If you don't know who I am, my name is Joji. I'm a high school chemistry teacher. I've had this side hustle of flipping books online for the last, 6-7 years, and I kind of just want to show you where I'm at right now. And real quick, before we get started, I just want to let you know that if you want to join my free Discord, you can do so below. There's a link down there, and yeah, go ahead and join it. A lot of really awesome people in there, very knowledgeable people who can help you out, especially if you're just starting out. But with that said, let's get right into the video. All right, so I'm over here in the Joji 2023 spreadsheet. So if you're not sure what this is, basically it's a way for us to track every single book that we purchased. I've got some very, key metrics over here on the top right that is going to tell us things like, how many books that we purchased, how much money we spent this year, kind of what the average book cost has been, the average sales price, all this sort of stuff. But what I'm actually going to do is kind of just show you what sells on a normal day, right? Like if I go over here to my Amazon Seller Central homepage, you can see that today we had 1,400 in sales, which is actually not the most that we've had over this last week. You can see we've had some days that were really great. And what we can do is actually come over here to the top left and come down to reports and click this business reports button. And what I'm going to do is go in and sort this just by month to date. And so you can see, if I go ahead and refresh this, we've sold 670 books for $43,000. And yeah, we're going to actually take a look at what the profit is on those books though. So I'm going to go back to my Joji 2023 spreadsheet, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy all of the data here. And we're going to go ahead and make a new sheet just so that we can go ahead and add that information, and we can actually do some filtering and some sorting, because again, we want to see, are we being profitable on the books that we're selling on a day-to-day basis. So you can see that I actually did paste in here. We're going to go ahead and click this little filter button. And by the way, if you want to know how to make this spreadsheet, I already made a video a little while ago, about a month or 2 months ago, on how to make that. So make sure you check out that video if you're interested in tracking. But what I'm going to go and do now is sort by date sold. And I'm going to sort Z to A because I want to make sure that we're looking at books that have sold recently. So again, the point of this video is just to show the day-to-day, how much profit we're making per book. So you can see that, these are all the books that sold in 826. So over here on the right, the profit column is basically just going to tell us how much money we made or lost. If it's green, that means we made profit. If it's red, that means we lost money. So you can actually see that there's a couple books that we lost money on. And the reason for that is I was actually sent a different book than what I bought. And I guess I just, I didn't notice this before the return window happened, so I had to take losses on that. But basically, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight over every single book that we sold on, on 826, or at least these aren't really books that sold on 826. These are just books that actually shipped on 826, and Amazon gave us a payout. So on 826, we had a positive payout of $407. Now that's not $407. That's $407 of profit plus what we paid for it. So if we actually come over here to the cost price, it'd be technically $407 plus our initial investment back, which would be, what would that be? Another $374. Now, if we go down to 825, so that would be starting right here, August 25th. Again, we can scroll down. Every book that we sold in 825 was profitable, and we made $286 plus whatever we paid for those books as well. So $286 profit on that day. Then you can see at 824, if I scroll down, not that many books sold on this day, or at least were shipped on this day either, but you can see in the bottom right here, we actually made $557 profit, because a lot of those books are actually higher dollar profit books. A lot of $27 profit books, $50 profit books. I'm going to keep going down, so you can see this is This is August 23rd. If we scroll down, actually, quite a few books actually did sell on August 23rd. And you can see that profit there was $836 plus whatever we paid for. And then maybe let's just do one more day, which would be August 22nd. Scroll down, and we can see August 22nd was about $983 profit. So one thing that you're noticing is that pretty much every book that I sell is profitable, but those are books that are selling, right? I mean, obviously, I have tons of books that are not selling that eventually are going to sell, or it's possible that they might not ever sell. But I've always set my min and max prices up in the beginning to be profitable based upon the keep charts that I'm reading. But let's go ahead and just open maybe a couple of these just to show you some things that have been selling and some things that you can watch out. What's cool is you can see that I have the source over here, and I also have the ASIN, and I have a link to the page. So this K-12 classroom teaching loose leaf, we sold this for $129, and we bought it for $33.57, made a $66 profit, 198% ROI. And so if we come over here, one thing that we can see is I bought this on April 16th. You can see that the cheapest price right now is $130. And this is actually a Replen book. A Replen book is a book that you can sell over and over and over again. And so this is a book that I'm pretty sure I've sold quite a few times. I'm going to scroll down here on Seller App and click the orders button. And from there, what I'm going to do is just, scroll down and see, I've sold this book 3 times already for $130. And basically you can see that multiple times, this is a book that is dip to a price where it's hit my tracker. So if you're not really familiar with how to set up Keepa trackers, basically when you're looking at Keepa graphs of books, you can click this little track product feature button. And if there's ever a price point of a book that you think, if it were to get to that, you might consider buying it. Basically, you can set up a tracker and say, hey, notify me via email if it ever gets this price. So I've been tracking this book for a while. It's in my tracker, 3 or 4 times here. And I've been able to pick it up super cheap and sell it for $130. So, a really awesome book there. Let's actually scroll down to a Flipmine book here. So this is like a Flipmine book that we paid $35 for. It looks like we made a profit of $25 on this. So we must have sold it for, where is this? Sold it for $85. Okay. So let's take a look at this book. By the way, we've got quite a few Flipmine videos on my YouTube channel for how to find books on eBay that you can flip on Amazon. So feel free to check those out. I've got a lot of great feedback on those, but this was a no-brainer book. I mean, basically this book dropped on, someone listed this on eBay for $35, which was significantly below the lowest use price of this book over the past year. This is a book that has its cheapest, lowest use price pretty much always at $70 to $80. It's been a little bit less as kind of this used offer count has started to increase a little bit as, the number of offers have gone up, but kind of actually noticed that recently the used offer count is starting to go down because this is textbook season. You can see, the used price of this book starting to increase a little bit, great buy box prices. So yeah, it's able to sell it for $85 and we can come down here to orders just to show you that that's actually true. So you can see right here that the order total is $85.42. And finally, just to show you proof that I did buy it on eBay, you can see here's the $35 purchase price. I bought it on May 20th, so it didn't sell right away. It sold, let's see, how many days did that take to sell? Looks like it takes 97 days or so, which is about 3 months. That's from the day that I purchased it until the day that it actually shipped out. So obviously you have to wait usually like, a week for the book to get there. Then, I send all my stuff to a prep center gets it, takes another 2 weeks to ship it to Amazon. So it might actually be like 2.5, 3 weeks before the book is even actually available for sale. But I technically still do count that as, how long it takes to sell. But, another interesting book there. Let's see what else we got here. That looks super interesting. We have actually a YouTube subscriber sold me this book for $11.01. So basically, if you want to ever sell me books, like message me or email me behind the scenes. I'm more than happy to pick up some books from you if you just want to sell some books. But one thing to keep in mind, I'd probably be interested in something if it has significant value, like if it's going to sell for at least like bare minimum $40 and has a decent sales rank. But this is something that I was basically able to pick up for $11. And this was a multiple book bundle deal here, but it was a great pickup. Basically, the used price is almost always over 40. Doesn't sell a ton, but it has some great historical selling data. So I picked this up, was able to sell it for, let's see if I come down here to orders and open that tab, you can see I was actually able to sell it for $68. And I've actually sold this a few other times. So I've been able to pick this up in other places as well, but definitely a great pickup. And one last book we should look at is this Betty Crocker book. So I bought this for $5.64. It flipped for $36, meaning $15 profit. So considering that I've only spent like $5 or $6, it's a great flip. But Betty Crocker's books, cookbooks do really great during Christmas. And I was actually thinking I would sell this during Christmas. But one thing that you can see if you look at this book over the last 3,000 days is you actually do see these little humps. And let's see if I kind of zoom in this way, it might show up a little better. Let's get rid of the new prices. You can see how this book always does really well in December. So this is a Christmas book. A lot of cookbooks that do really well during Christmas. By the way, I've teamed up with Victor Gallegos. We made a 250 Christmas book list. If you're interested in that, you can get that down in the link below. But yeah, awesome book. Was able to flip this for about 30, I think it was about 35, and made some pretty good profit on it as well. All right, everyone. So that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to kind of give you a day in the life during textbook season and show you what's possible. Feel free to, join my Discord, ask questions there. Start slow and just keep building as you go. Ask questions, learn from other people, learn from these free YouTube videos that I make. But, that's all I got for you. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.